this is Josh Jackson, editor of Paste Magazine. I am here at the Sennheiser and Paste Studio and Lounge with Gillian Jacobs and Ken Marino.
Hello.
And so excited to be here.
We're excited to be here with you and to sit across from you and to answer questions that you might have for us.
I prepared some.
Oh, great.
So first off, you guys in the movie Milo that's just premiering here at South by Southwest.
Right.
Just tell us a little bit about.
Have you seen it?
I haven't, but I've read. I'm very fascinated by
Milo.
The concept here.
Milo is a movie about a guy who's been stressed out in his life, married to a wonderful, wonderful woman, and he has an alien or monster, a demon, in his intestines, that is basically his id, and it comes out of his ass and kills the things and people that are stressing him out, and then goes back up into his ass.
Yeah. So, and as ridiculous as that sounds,
it's a classic. Every year, an ass monster movie comes out.
Movie.
This year it's Milo.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
Vampires are over.
Werewolves, and then ass monsters.
Vampires, werewolves, zombies, and now we're gonna probably have this wave of ass monster movies.
Yeah. So kind of a ridiculous.
We're cresting that shit wave.
Here.
Yeah.
But you guys, from
I
what
will
I've
say
heard,
this about it. It's good, but fun. And when I say it's good but fun, I just added a T.
Yeah.
And now it's good but fun.
It is good. But you guys play with this sort of with sincerity.
Yes,
a
lot of sincerity.
What I've heard is it's kind of a sweet film.
Yeah, it is, actually.
That's right.
There's a tender, loving marriage at the center of this film.
That's right.
And at the center of his ass is a monster.
So you cut both ways with it. You have like the sweetness, and then you have the ass monster.
And the ass monster is
they
an
complement
attack
each other.
ass monster.
It is an attack ass monster. It's a real puppet too. It's not CGI. It's like old school, like Gremlins, and there's like we had puppeteers there, and they were dressed in black and had these sticks, and they were working the puppet, and it's really cute. It looks like sort of a cross between E.T. or a gremlin and a pile of intestine and shit.
It's really adorable when the alien first comes. No, it's not an alien. It's not
an
an alien.
alien.
You were born with it. It's not an alien. But it's kind of cute, and then it has terrible fangs that it bears later on. But it's actually an adorable puppet, and it punched me in the face several times, and that was an experience. And it's really worth seeing. I'd check it out, people at home and here in this room, standing off screen.
And I'm sure our audience definitely will. And our audience, of course, knows you guys for so many projects now, for Community, for Party Down. What else are you guys busy with right now?
I'm in a film called Burt Wonderstone that premiered here at South by that's going to open soon.
It's a little movie. It's a small movie.
Smaller than
indie movie
smaller
that's coming
than this. And what else am I doing? I just did a web series, getting in the web series game, following my good friend Ken Marino into the Yahoo web series game called Tiny Commando with Zach Levi and Ed Helms. Ken, take it away.
I have a series called Burning Love that's out.
Which is following the web series to TV. Is that
The
right?
first season was originally a web series. It was on Yahoo, and then it got bought by E, so they're showing that. And at the same time, the second season with June, Diane Raphael, and a bunch of really funny guys is on Yahoo right now. So they're airing at the same time, so it's really cool.
It's amazing. I'm obsessed with it.
I'm very proud of it, so I hope
Should
everybody
be.
with earphones on will watch it. And everybody without earphones.
Yeah.
So, and
Everybody, essentially.
everybody. And Children's Hospital, is that?
We just finished shooting the, I think, fifth season, and it's pretty outrageous. Some crazy things happen this particular season. Rob keeps pushing the envelope and on where to go with it, and I've seen a lot of the cuts and stuff, and I directed a couple this year, and they're pretty outrageous, and I think they're going to be awesome.
Yeah, and I got a chance to talk with Rob a little bit about it late last year, and just the idea that, okay, this is a kind of a take on all the hospital shows that are on TV, and it's sort of, each season has gone further from that, but has gone into all these other areas. How would you characterize the fifth season that you're about to do?
The fifth season is just an extension of that. It just keeps kind of the first couple of seasons we would do an episode that would break away from the hospital genre, and and those wound up being our favorite episodes, or the ones we would get excited about it. So each season we would do more of those and less of just a straight up hospital genre. And then this season it seems like every episode is just out there. It's sort of like Community, where like you guys just started doing, because you started off, it was pretty straight.
It was
and
a
then,
story about a community college.
and then
yeah.
all of a sudden it became like every episode is a kind of a special episode. And that's, I think it's similar with Children's Hospital this
I do
year.
love the line
We ripped
where
off Community, essentially. We ripped off Community.
I do love the line where Abed says, I missed when this was about a community
Yeah.
college." And so Gillian, the Community, we're huge fans at Paste.
Thank you.
We followed
I
along.
know. I love you guys for your love
Thank
of
you.
us.
Thank you. Well,
But that's not the only reason she loves you.
No, I'm pretty narcissistic. I only really love you if you love me.
So, we were all curious how things would go without Dan Harmon sort of heading it up. How has that been? Sort of the transition and.
Everything that can happen to a TV show has happened to Community, I feel like, at this point. Short of cancellation. Haven't crossed that threshold yet, and I hope we won't anytime soon. But, it was bizarre because it was Dan's show. It was Dan's baby. It was his creation, and we all respect and admire him so much. But, I think we all also felt like it was our duty now with these 13 episodes to just try and make them as good as we could without Dan. And luckily we had people like Megan Gans who stuck around, and Andy Bobrow, and who I think were some of our strongest writers from the Dan Harmon era. So like episodes like Halloween is very much Megan's baby, and I'm really proud of that episode, and I think she did an amazing job.
That's fantastic.
And Jim Rash wrote an episode this year that's like a Freaky Friday Troy and Abed body switching episode, which I think is going to be pretty phenomenal. And then we have a really good Christmas episode that Andy Bobrow wrote. Malcolm McDowell's back for that. And then Megan wrote our season finale, which I also think is going to be pretty special.
Well, I think it's a credit to Dan that these characters, what he created, these characters, the story was strong enough that, to continue on and have that mark. I mean, Community is Community, and it was, Dan was at the head of it, but all the actors coming, all the writing coming together and making it what it is.
Well, he also made the world so expansive that there's really nothing that you can't do on Community, because we've already that's what I remember he said the first season. He said, right now we have to take all these chances because nobody can tell you it's not your show because it's the first season and you're still figuring it out. Yeah. So you can do like a Goodfellas Chicken Fingers episode, and you can do a paintball episode, and no one can say that's not your show. Yeah. And so now the world's so big that we're basically an animated series that's live action.
Yeah, and that's a great way to put it. So, in doing the show, was there, when you're reading the scripts and they're coming, and you're shooting this one, what was the most sort of surprising? We're doing claymation, where what surprised you the most to see the script come in and see where the world had gone? Well,
first season was really when we were still being surprised by it. At this point, nothing can surprise me. I would say, in terms of genre stuff, doing the paintball episode, our first season, and having Justin Lin direct it, which was pretty incredible, who does all the Fast and the Furious movies, and is a real legit action director, and realizing that we were just gonna kind of like Milo play it pretty straight as an action movie, but it's also a comedy. So that, I think, was the first time where we're like, holy Lord, we get to do this. NBC and Sony are gonna let us make an action movie, and somehow we did it.
That's great.
You also said to me on the walk over here, every time you open a script, you're surprised that I'm not in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when is that?
Because I was like, oh man, we've had Cordry on the show, we've had Nick Kroll.
Let me see if Marino. He's not in it again. He's not in it again.
Sometimes I bring him up to the producers, and then
they
still,
seem like, we like that guy, and then nothing.
Still not in it.
Yeah.
Still not. It's so funny too, because I'm in love with Burning Love.
Right.
And it's so strange because everyone I know is on Burning Love.
Yes.
Everyone I've ever worked with practically, and I'm not on Burning Love. And I, did this Ass Monster movie with Ken Marino before they started shooting this second and third seasons of Burning Love.
And you didn't make that a condition.
And I'm not on them.
You did not make that a condition.
Camille, who's in Milo, is now in the second and third seasons of Burning Love. Small part in Milo, bigger part for me. A lot of scenes with him, not on Burning Love. So.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's a tough one.
You
got any response to that, Ken?
I will say this about Milo: it's good but fun.
I think once they see
the real
with an ass monster.
Here's the real answer about that guilt trip. Yeah. That was brought on by my guilt trip. She was doing Community.
Yeah.
And we shoot so fast that we wouldn't.
Ken Jeong was on Burning Love.
Yeah, for first season.
That's right, people.
The first season.
They have my back.
And we had to like squeeze him into a 2-hour slot, he was on a smaller. He wound up doing a smaller part than he was supposed to do.
Well, can I just say that this is just all the more reason for a Burning Love season 3 and a Community season 5.
There is a Burning Love season 3. We shot 2 and 3 back to back.
Wow.
Back to the Future style, Lord of the Rings style, Matrix style. Well,
So
then let's
Hobbit.
4 of Burning Love, starring Gillian Jacobs. Can we confirm that now? Can we firm
I'm going
this
to go
up?
on record and say, if we do a season 4, I will be talking to you about it.
Breaking news here at Paste. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your, I guess, short at this point, South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Go see Milo.
It's going to be brief.
You got to see Milo.
See Milo.
Go see Milo.
See Milo.
If you see one butt monster movie this year, run, don't walk to Milo.
But there's going to be 3 or 4 options by the end of the year. We're pretty certain.
Probably.
Probably. All right. This is Josh Jackson for Sennheiser and Paste Studio and Lounge.
And this
Thank
is
you,
Ken Marino.
Ken.
Alongside Josh,
This is not Gillian Jacobs.
saying
Goodbye.
goodbye. I think we nailed it.
High fives.
High fives?
Yeah, of course, high fives.
Yeah.